What you doing there, Sam?
I was watching I was listening to music on YouTube.
Oh. Nice. Nice. Can I ask you some questions?
Yeah. Questions in general?
Yeah, but no, well, just about YouTube and music.
Sure.
Alright, who do you think owns the music on YouTube?
I make sure to make it clear that it was my creation. Yeah, I don't see any reason why I wouldn't still be acknowledged as the creator.
It probably ends up being the viewer in some sense. But, I don't know, because you're allowed that interactive experience, whether you're sharing comments or whether you're just giving it a view count +1.
I feel like I've definitely collaborated in it and I have a part in its creation, but I feel less like I own it. It's sort of like when you put a video or some music on YouTube, you throw it out there for everybody, you know?
Yeah.
And although you're still the progenitor of that music, at the same time, you put it in a medium where anyone can really access it, and so you are kind of giving it to the public domain.
When you're a new musician, you don't know if anyone actually is going to listen to your music or appreciate it at all. So it's sort of, you don't expect anybody to take ownership of it. So it might as well just be free for everybody. I don't feel like I need to hold on to it and keep it to myself.
Do you think YouTube replaces iTunes?
Not at all. I use YouTube as a replacement for iTunes only if there is something that I don't have on iTunes. I never will play something on YouTube that I already have on iTunes.
I think that it can, but that it shouldn't, definitely, because I think that a lot of people do use YouTube because it's easy, you know, you can just type in, you don't need to find the song, and you can just get whatever song you want. And people, it's cool because if you don't have a song on your iTunes, YouTube is a great way to be like, oh, let me show you this cool song.
No, I think people like to have a library, they like to have ownership of something, they like to have a list of things they can readily access.
Yeah, I think YouTube does definitely have the ability to at least not completely replace iTunes, but you know, if there's an artist that I already own an album or two of, and I know they have some new music that just came out, or some older stuff I haven't heard before, I just know I can look up a song on YouTube.
Sometimes I'll click on for instance, I was recently introduced to, I think they're called the Cocteau Twins, by watching a Kate Bush playlist, and I saw some of their, so that sounds really girly, but I like metal too, so I'm not really that bad. And I was introduced to their music, that was cool. But for the most, and I mean sometimes Vivo, as much as I hate it, has Vivo's 5 on the rise, where I've gotten a couple good songs that way. But for the most part, no. I feel like YouTube you really can't use to find good new music because it only displays to you, this has, you know, the things that have a lot of plays, I feel like. Things, you know, that are different versions of the same song. You have to know what you're looking for before you seek it out.
I used to just do YouTube to find out what a band's sound was or things like that. But I've actually found that because every band has a website now, that going to their page and listening to the audios that they put forward is usually a far better way of gauging what they're about.
I like to watch different singer-songwriters, new artists, is really for inspiration. It's comforting to know that there are other people out there that are trying to actually get themselves out there on YouTube.
YouTube has access to a lot of great bands, you know, and so I look up bands with good beats, and you know maybe if I were really lame, I'd look up some YouTube tutorial how to make your own sick gangster beat or something, and that would assist me in my creation of music. So yeah, I would definitely tap into YouTube in the creation of my own music.
I've gone in bass lessons and sometimes in ensemble too. There are a lot of kind of live jazz performances and sometimes tutorials and stuff on YouTube. I have used that occasionally. It's pretty good. I've only recently started to appreciate how good it is for watching live music or recordings of live music, and that really can teach you something about playing jazz, I think.
I posted a test video that wasn't really of anything, and I actually don't have a channel that I going to post anything on yet. I'm still in the production stage of things before I get anything out there.
Why is that?
Mostly because I'm a perfectionist, and it's hard to just get a webcam up, and the quality of sound is not very great yet for me.
The audio snob in me is like kind of horrified by the sound quality and all the other things, especially when you're talking about freaking cell phone videos and things like that. The amount of like cell phone videos of like John Mayer that are up on the internet are just so it's astounding, and I don't know what that offers.
I think it's good, but I mean, I really commend people out there that just set up a webcam and start playing. 'Cause I mean, a lot of people I have subscribed to don't have much equipment now. It's not, if you're gonna have all this production equipment everywhere, you wouldn't be at home making YouTube videos by yourself. So I guess you have to start somewhere.
I'd like to think that people out there are really listening, and I don't think that happens on YouTube.
All right. Thank you very much.
You're very welcome, sir. It's been a pleasure.